I've been trading for a living for over 25 years. And if this is your goal, then this video is for you. I'm going to share the strategy that one of my traders used to pass his account from 30K to 100K profits in 1 year. I know that this seems incredible, impossible. You've been scammed so many times, you tried so many things, and you're still not profitable. But that's why you're here. Well, he's not the only one having similar results like this in our room during the years. First of all, we're going to dive into the strategy, when to trade it, when not to trade it. We're going to go over into the 2 A+ setups. Also, I'm going to explain you how not to lose the money by backtesting. And the fourth thing is that you don't need actually to trade all day long, 8-10 hours a day. But like this trader, he trades only 2 hours per day. So a little bit of pre-market and then the open first hour. And then that's it. If the day paid good, okay, he goes to go out. If the day instead didn't pay, he's simply gonna quit anyways and save the day. This is one of the months of the trader, and we can see here what he does. So the important thing is that you always have to review your playbook, keep a daily blog, and also track your setups. And this is one of the reasons why traders simply lose, because they don't do actually this. So each week, but even better, each day, do these three things. First of all, track your setups, keep a daily blog, and also review all your trades. Today, as I said, I'm gonna open your mind. But before, I need to explain a little bit of day trading, the few basics. So what is about day trading that I like? The point that is so different from swing trading, where you have to simply wait weeks and months to have the results of a position. In day trading, or you're right or wrong right away. We are trying to catch what I call the quick momentums in price. Okay, these moments are movements. We want to catch the big move, not the full move, because I don't actually care about if the move will go for 10 points per share. I just need to get a little bit of that move, 20, 30, 40% some days when we have like small caps that are on like 200-300%. We want to be done the day early. Exactly. Because whenever I continue to trade, and I want to trade because I think the more I trade, the more I make money. In reality, you know what happened, traders? That I lose the money. I gave back the money. And I believe that so many of you had always the same problem. You don't know how to say no to yourself. Important concept for day trading. The first thing is that we are trying to catch, as I said, quick movements in price. So that means that we're looking for momentum stocks. Stocks that under the light, the reflectors those days. Stocks that, for example, have a strong news or have strong volume in pre-market. Have, for example, a partnership or an FDA approval or a phase 3 final endpoint met. And then we need trending markets, because if the market is lateral, I'm not going to trade it. And this is even for mid and large caps or futures or Forex. If something is sideways, I'm not going to trade it. I need uptrend or downtrend. We want to catch the big move, but not the full move. Because of course, everybody would like to trade a full move, but it's impossible. Even the algos, the bot, for example, in the room, we created a bot that you're sharing actually in screen share. I mean, he's not gonna take always the perfect lowest of the day to the highest peak of the day, and that's gonna be the buy and exit. No, he's gonna catch a part of this move, maybe 30, 40% of that. Remember, we need liquidity. And when I say liquidity, it means volume. So liquidity in stocks and also volatility in stock, which is range. I cannot trade something that, for example, has no volume and no range. And that's the reason why we're looking at SPY, the Qs, Tesla, ES and Q, etc. I will also can tell you that a lot of these strategies, you can see them in Forex, in small caps, but also in crypto. We want to be done the day early. And typical for me, the day starts early because I live in Italy. So around 4 o'clock New York time or 10 o'clock European, right? I'm at the computer, but I will be start trading between generally 8:30 a.m. East, because I like to do some pre-market, till 10:30, maximum 11 a.m. East. Now, there are traders that are maybe based in the morning, so you can trade in the afternoon. We still have patterns for that. But today, I'm going to share the first 2-hour patterns. The most two profitable day trading setups that I tracked. So what I mean is track. I have a software that is able to review all the market and select which setups are more profitable in terms of percentage win rate, in terms of drawdown, in terms of profit factor. So What it means, if I'm risking 1, I want to do at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times more, right? And the first setup that we're going to talk about today is the 5-minute opening range. Generally, it's a gap up. It's a stock that is uptrending. It's a stock that is outside the previous trading range. And the setup is called 5-minute opening range on the over. I will explain that. And the second one is called pre-market high and low. So in this first example, we can see how the price, we have a key level. That key level is forms a resistance because we can trace a line, and we'll see that multiple times the price rejects and also dips from this level. Then we have a break. So once we break that key level, that's a break or breakout. Then we have an exhaustion. So that's a pullback. And we get into this level where we call it indecision, because the price right now can be bouncing again. So we have let's say a setup A, a bouncing, a continuation of the pattern, but at the same time can also break down and reverse the position. So what happens over here? We have a bullish scenario. So we actually bounce from that level, and imagine that in this case example, you will see, this is the price action. You will see the price pushing, for example, this could be a pre-market. The price has on those 2 red bars a pullback. In this pullback, we start having an indecision candle, which is this inside bar. Could be a hammer, could be an inside bar, could be a morning star. And then we start seeing like green candles starting to push the upside. At this point, I will look also the volume. I also teach how to read order flow, so the volume and the tape. But if we strictly stay right now on the chart, I just need volume increase and green bars in this case. The entry is exactly at the break of the 5-minute high. And then when we have a retest, so once we see that the bar dips and start pushing from the 5-minute high, that's my confirmation. Where we'll sell, we're going to see this also in the other example, but we will sell exactly when, for example, we break the 9 EMA. This is the second strategy. And as you can see, it's not that different, but involves other key levels. Here we have a pre-market high that is tested twice before the open. And the pre-market zone is the zone that you will see shaded gray. At the open, we have a fail of the price, then start like bouncing. And then we have a breakout that pre-market high. Now, what I do is I start trading that break of the pre-market high when I have a lot of volume. And remember, the setup that I'm looking for is called on the over in our playbook. And then in the second pullback, because over here, actually, we are lucky. Sometimes the price continues to go up and you won't be able to catch a second time. You don't have a second possibility. You have to be aware of that. In this case, we have a second pullback. In the second pullback, we have a retest. We have a couple inside bars, bull flag. And then over there from the lows of the retest entry area, we have another push to the upside. Now we're looking into real examples. So here we see PLTR, but this could have been on so many other stocks. We've been having for the starting of 2025 a bullish market, and that's also very important to consider. We're looking over here at the setup 2, so the setup of pre-market high breakout, and this is the pre-market high level. Okay, this is a 5-minute chart. We could use this on a 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. In this case, I use the 5 minutes because it's the most used by day traders. Remember, you can also use this setup for scalper players or even for swing trading. Now, at the gate, which is over here, this is 9:30, we have this, what we call a wick. Okay, this is an exhaustion move. So when the price pushes and then fails, what does it mean? It means that we had buyers over here at a certain point, otherwise this wouldn't be up here. But then on this buy, we had start seeing sellers coming all the way down. And look over here. We have actually sellers because this volume bar that I'm seeing up here, this is the huge amount of sell-off that we have. This bar is almost totally over here red. Then we continue with an inside bar, another bar over here that is dipping to the JLines. So this blue band is called JLines. This is our trading system. Actually, a bot that will tell you automatically when to enter or exit. And over here we have our entry, which is a inside bar. We have over here the JLines. We have over here a triangle giving us the long. We have our play for the upside, and then from here we can simply stay all the way in. The system tells you that we need to wait for the break of the pre-market high and then a retest, which happens over here just few bars after. So we are over here around 10:20. 10:15, 10:20 on this bar. So exactly here, we are bouncing from that pre-market high. So you always trace the pre-market high. We buy here, we put a stop below the JLines, and then we use all this band over here to trail our profit. And we'll get out over here. So this is what I like to do. This is a pushed upside and then a fail. And then you can see that over here, the market simply reverse, and you have what has been the opposite of the play. Here we're looking at Tesla. This is 930. This is the pre-market high. We have a break of 930. So this is a fast momentum trade. A lot of traders that I know, scalper, day trader with some experience, they like to trade open. I tell you just that Tesla is very fast. Sometimes it seems like it's gonna push, and then in the next 5 minutes, it's gonna dump. And just look over here. First two bar pushes, then over here after 10 minutes, simply starts like to unwind. And then we have this sideways action. And I always repeat in all the webinars that we do on our YouTube, if you want to follow us, JTrader Co, that whenever I see these trading ranges, for me, it's an opportunity. It's not that I abandon the market and don't want to trade anymore. I'm aware that we're going into the lunchtime. But often these are like opportunities. Opportunities in this case that they're keeping the price very tight. So somebody is accumulating or distributing. In this case, what? We have a long play coming in. We have the blue bar. We are above the JLines. Everything over here signals for a long. So this is our long play. And then we can trade it. Based on the strategy, okay, that I'm telling you today, this is the pre-market high. So we need that the price breaks that pre-market high, like in this case. And then we have a perfect dip, which is over here, into the pre-market high. You can see how it curls. So on this curl, I'm starting to buy over here exactly the strategy. So it's a break of the pre-market high, as we saw before. This is the pre-market high, right? So we had a push this morning, it failed, it bounced it back up, and then we have this dip over here, and then we're actually breaking and pushing to the upside, okay? So this dip is exactly here. And I want to enter on the bar that is breaking, and then I can simply, again, hold with the JLines over here, and then I can have another trade, simply another cup with the JLine. I'm showing you examples of these weeks, this past week. I'm not really cherry picking anything. I'm just looking what the market actually doing. And let's go back to the previous, for example, day to see if, for example, we were out of the pre-market range. This over here, no. Well, let's look into this example. Okay, I'm just getting this example out of nothing, so I still have to see if the setup is there or not. We have over here our pre-market high, so we're gonna set this pre-market high. And look over here, 930, we have a break. Again, this is what I call the difficult high volume opening bar on Tesla. This is the first 5 minutes. This is the dip, okay? So it's dipping over here into the pre-market high. I can start looking over here to enter on this dip pushing up. But then once we have this bar pushing and failing, that is simply my stop loss. So in this case, we see where to enter. So that will be the entry. Where to put the first stop loss at the pre-market high. When the price stops and then over here pops and fails, where to cut. So this is important, not only sharing with you what's going good, but also what's going bad. Example on Tesla, market bears the previous day. This is the pre-market high, set the high at 7 o'clock, is retested over here around 9:10. And then this is the 930. You can see the 930 dips and push. Our system triggers long. The bars are becoming blue. The band over here is becoming light blue. And this is the dip into the pre-market high and start pushing. So this is exactly our long on this bar. We're going to put the stop loss just below over here, the JLines or the pre-market high. And then we can simply ride the trade. This is a good move for about 4, almost 5 points. We can sell a partial in our trendline break. One of the rules that I have that you will see is once the bar like start fading, I'm getting out 1/3. And then if I have possibility to recycle the JLines, you can see this blue band over here still holding. So I can start to buy when the bot over here is giving me like the triggers. And then over here, once we fail the JLines and the bars are becoming red, I can get out. So this is the same strategy that a lot of our 6 and 7 figure traders are using in the room. You can now join the room and you can have a special deal, which is $50 for 2 weeks and 1 full year discounted 50% if you use the code UNLOCK50. It's gonna be in the description. Another thing, we're gonna have 2 major events in Italy. We've been doing Spain, we've been doing the States, we've been doing Denver, we've been doing Dubai. This time, in Italy, 21st to the 25th of July, 5 days trading here with me. You're gonna have mindfulness sessions. You're gonna have like psychology sessions, meditation, trading, some good food, working out, and others. And the same from the 2nd to the 8th of September. We're gonna have 2 amazing events. So you're gonna meet my family. You're gonna eat the same food I eat over here in Italy. And I tell you, it tastes good. You're gonna trade live with me and also gonna trade live. And you can see exactly how I enter the market, how I think about the market, my process. And this is gonna be from the 21st to the 25th of July. We have few limited spots. And then from the 8th to the 12th of September. This is called Trading Experience. For more information, reach out to team@jtrader.co and write experience. Thank you and good luck.